Hey, Markie here again with a cough, shooting another ad hoc video in a kind of very unsalubrious location outside New World supermarket. I mentioned New World in one of my earlier videos in this series because of their misuse of English in their advertising jingles. So this is part 10, I believe, of my series on elegant speech. It's actually elegant, demystifying the use of accurate and elegant spoken English. That's what the full title, I guess. So I'm keeping it short and snappy. So what I want to leave you with here is 3 things not to say or to sort of try and avoid saying, or certainly don't say so much. I'm just going to move around because my arm's getting sore holding this camera, so you get a bit of background now. You can see a bit more of the New World supermarket. You lucky people. So first off, vary your language as much as possible. Don't try not to use the same words and terms over and over again. Okay, try and use different ones. Try and add some variety into your language, and just be careful with trends. You know, certain words become very popular and everybody says them, and it just gets really tedious, and it kind of shows a lack of originality. It's kind of, just kind of shoveling the same old shit around, really, if you excuse me being very blunt. So some words are really good. One of the words I want to kind of put into this list is the word iconic. Now, iconic, it's a very useful word. I think it's very specific, and there aren't really any pseudonyms for iconic, generally speaking, but it's been so overused that it's almost like, we need to. So we're coming up to Lent now, aren't we? So if you're a Christian, then I heartily recommend that you give up the word iconic for Lent, okay? And I wish the whole world would join you, really. It's a word I wouldn't like to see go out of existence, but it's so overused that it's almost become meaningless. Another word, a lot of people will talk about this one, awesome. Because it's completely lost any meaning now, because awesome used to be the word most people used to describe the Grand Canyon. I've never been to the Grand Canyon, but apparently almost everybody that went there would describe it as awesome, and awesome really meant something. Awe, that's a big thing. Awe, AWE. So it was a word reserved for things that really deserved it, and then it became a word that's used for lesser things, but still quite good things. So somebody gave you, somebody stopped you in the street and gave you £100, $100, that would be awesome. But now, people will, waiters will come up to you and, and they'll say, did you enjoy your meal? And you say yes, and they'll say awesome. It's become a word for the mundane and the humdrum. So it's completely changed its meaning. So stop saying awesome. That's another one. What else? The other kind of phrases that I was thinking of. So one that I noticed is on the rise, which is reaching out. So I keep getting lots of emails from people saying that they're reaching out to me. Which it sounds a bit desperate, doesn't it? You're reaching out to me. I mean, maybe reach out to me if I'm in danger, or if you're in danger. But otherwise, just get in touch. Just contact me. Don't reach out to me. And lastly, this is kind of a bonus one because you've had 3. So this is a bonus one. So a phrase that sometimes people use when they, and I've been guilty of this at times, when they find themselves in a kind of public speaking type situation. And I bet if you go through my videos, I bet you catch me using this in one or another of the videos. But it's a really bad thing to say. Should be avoided. Do as I say, not as I do. And that is without further ado. No, don't say that. It's when during the course of normal life and normal social interactions and work and things like that, does anyone ever use the word ado? It's kind of, I quite like old-fashioned language. It can be very charming, but this is just clunky. This is just kind of really hackneyed. So do not say without further ado. So without further ado, I shall say goodbye for now. Rangimarie.